Hey again, everybody, it's Robert184, 2Rs2Bs from GundamReviews.net. And Happy New Year, it's January 1st, and that means after a week's hiatus, Gundam Age. It was a character-driven episode last week, and it's episode 12, which is going to be all action, setting up the finale of the first generation. After almost being captured last week by a man who eats far too much chocolate, Grudek returns to the bridge of the Diva with malaise and says, "Launch this ship. It's time to go blow up the UE and their secret base." While in the hangar, Chekhov Flit has been told to get his normal suit on. While Largan confides in Wolf that he's hesitant to fight Federation forces, and Wolf says that's what you gotta do when you want to win. And as the Diva heads out of space dock, it is going to be confronted by 3 Federation warships in the form of Blitz, Duel, and Buster, who should all be having master grades come out soon, you'd hope. And the chess match will begin as it's revealed that the fleet is captained by the same man who tried to capture Grodek last episode and failed thanks to Rain's well-placed Age 1 normal. Largan and Wolf get ready in their respective mobile suits to launch from the Diva's hangar until Mr. Chocolate Bar decides that it's December 31st and it's time for the fireworks. And when they can see again, they're going to be seeing 2 blue Genoises in front of them and a third in front of the bridge with their weapons trained, ready to blast them at the earliest sign of resistance. And then for what's probably the worst scene of the episode is the 2 captains tensely face off. Acting Ensign Wesley Adams is going to give him a speech about how he's learned that Grudek is really doing the right things for the right reasons, and Captain Chocolate Bar rightly tells him to remember his place. And as the order is given to fire and we have the slowest build-up to a shot ever in Gundam history, there'll be a flash from Flitz Dodd's rifle, and just like Kira Yamato, he's going to knock out the weapons and not hurt anybody as Wolf and Largan charge out. As the Federation fleet prepares to fire all of its weapons as we head into commercials for chocolate bars. And during the commercial, don't forget you can see so many reviews of Gundam Age kits and lots of other Gundam stuff right here on my channel and Gundam.tk. After the break, as he's warned about his eating habits by none other than Wilfred Brimley himself, Grudek is going to have a flashy surprise of his own, in the form of a pincher attack led by Rakt and that no-name fleet that Grudek was able to assemble last week. And to make matters worse for the Federation, behind him, 2 UE warbirds are going to decloak and deploy their Gafrans and start attacking from behind. And there's a horrible scene of Gafran on blue Genois violence. And as Rakt pushes for a change of venue and following their plan up and attacking the UE with the distraction in hand, Grudek is going to face his toughest decision whether he's going to bail out his former friends and now enemies. And with the background music doing what he does best, he sends the Diva's mobile suits to fly past the bridge of Captain Chocolate Bar to defend the Federation forces from the UE's Gafrans. Wolf and the Diva's MSs get to hit the Gafran with everything they've got, and Wolf does his best Star Platinum impression. But then it's going to be Flit's turn as he starts cutting through the Gafrans in Amuro-type numbers. Most importantly, he's starting to see their moves a move ahead, as we saw before with him and Tifa. Even Captain Chocolate Bar is going to be impressed with the Diva's mobile suits, and he's incredibly happy until all of a sudden the Diva is right in front of him with a charged hyper-mega whatchamacallit from last episode. But he realizes it's just a tactical move by the Sumeragi-style military genius that is Captain Grudek and quickly gets his fleet out of the way. And as he has Blitz, Buster, and Duel come around, the combined might of the Federation fleet plus the Diva with all their weapons firing in unison are enough to send the UE scurrying back to the trenches they came from. And this time, as the 2 captains face off over the view screen for the final time, it's this time a mark of respect as they offer to buy each other drinks and salute each other, as Captain Chocolate Bar tells Wilfred Brimley that no, the Diva got away when we were distracted by the UE attack, and he wishes them all Godspeed. As we get a nice shot of the fleet heading off to face their destiny. Back safely aboard the Diva, Flit is going to explain that he was able to see his enemy's movements similar to when he had Tifa in the cockpit with him, and Captain George Lucas Grudek is going to wreck new types for all of us as he explains metachlorians or X-rounders to Flit and the viewers. And the final scene is going to take us back to the neutral colony that we saw last episode as Dezel comes in to confront Tifa and tell her, "You know why we're here and what we want, and You know what'll happen if you don't cooperate. And we get a shot of him and Yak Dore in his hood, and we can only wonder what business does Dezel have with her. Overall, I have to say that this was another really good episode. The last character one I thought was great, setting things up for the battle, and this one was pretty much all battles start to finish, and the good guys did a good job of alternating between winning and losing, as things kept surprising and changing us. However, the real enemy isn't going to be the Federation, or at least the good members of the Federation, as we saw that there are at least a few of them. And this time it looks like all of the enemy, all of their energy is going to be directed towards the UE, and you have to wonder if some good people aren't going to show up in the nick of time and save them. Next week should go a long way to answering a lot of questions, including some, I'm hoping we get some more reveals about the UE, and most importantly, they've got to do a good job of wrapping up this generation and setting up the next with some sort of a cliffhanger to keep us all involved, and I look forward to seeing what that is. Anyway, everybody, Robert184 Gundam.tk, why don't you let me know what you think of the episode itself and my silly videos. Always great to hear from you, and I can't wait for the 13th episode, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you here next week with lots of model reviews, including the high-grade GXs in between. Thanks for watching, everybody. See ya.